Hey there, Sanskar. Thanks for tossing your hat in the ring. Let me go through a review of the growth content marketing review of your website to see how you're doing and what you might be able to do to improve. So first of all, right here on the home page, got the idea. That's pretty clear. Video live or screen sharing, just a few clicks. Got it. Cool. This looks a little fake. Having a social quote, of course, is super handy. Having the name not mentioned, having Anatoly, like, I don't know who this is. It seems a little fake, like you wrote that yourself. Alright. How it works. Single click on the element. Got it. With the review. That's cool. With the review again. Cool. Got it. Okay. These two are the same. The content of them. That looks like you may have got an error here. Alright, cool. What it's available for. I would actually move that up, like, right here somewhere. Put the logos for the browser somewhere up top, high, so that I know. Cause first thing I think about seeing this is, does it work in my browser? You can see here, I'm a nutjob who uses Edge. Right. Oh, you do support Edge, but my assumption would actually be, no, you probably don't. Because Edge is not a very common browser. The 1, 2, 3, how it works? There's very little about, like, this is low information, right? You install the extension, pay and use, pricing, okay. Portugal Day deal until June 18th. I guess you're out of Portugal then. Cool. Pricing is a little high, which I never say to a... Oh no, I'm sorry. This is one-time purchase. Okay. That was $24 a month. 24 lifetime seems real good. I don't know. That might be a bit low, honestly. The only difference between these two, I think, is the priority support. I would like to see an actual feature differentiation between these two, other than number of seats. I mean, I don't know your business, right? I feel like you're not going to get that many takers on the $70 deal, but I could be wrong. More than 1,000? Really? That needs to go higher up. I shouldn't have to scroll this far to find out. I see here this is based on 158 reviews, which that's a bit buried, but to have, like, here in your social, here's just, you know, here's one of our thousands of users who loves our product, right? And then boom, testimonial. That's social proof. That's strong social proof. And to not have that up higher, like, who's going to scroll this far usually? I love this wall of love. Like, this is super good. Is this the same Anatoly Kim as up higher? Because the photo's different. Yeah, the photo's different, which makes this look a little dodgy to me now, even more so, right? But I gotta go check the comment here. Yeah, okay, so it may be an error, but it looks like you're just putting random people's faces from a face generator here. The fact that none of these are linked to the store page is a little like, okay, cool, now I see here, I only see 68 reviews, and cool, so here's the actual human one, like, okay, this is a real review. I wouldn't necessarily have guessed. This button is way too long, and I don't really know if that's actually a sign-up button. I feel like on CTA, having to choose my package now is a little overwhelming unless I know I only need 3. I almost think you should see if you can get booked into the buy now. Just get these 3 and then upsell them later. Alright, and then FAQ. Sure, okay. Overall, like, pretty strong page. I like it. Let me try some other elements here to see what's going on. So we'll start with your pages are pretty short, right? Like, you don't have a lot of text on them in terms of just bulk analysis. So let me do one trick I like to use to analyze the relevance of the text on your page to what's showing up here. So in terms of the text that, now again, this is H1 text, so it's a bit abbreviated. In terms of what I see there, like, you're actually all over the place, and hardly any of it's what you want to see, right? These headlines have more weight in a search engine than just the straight text itself. What do we have now? We have showing up top, BlurApp app, Blur, that's good to have. The sensitive is showing up here. Information, video, extension. 5 of your top 10 words seem like they are relevant to what you actually want people to know about you, which is not catastrophic. It's not great. It's not catastrophic. And this is BlurWeb.app. Site structure, overall, single page site. Quite easy, but it does the job well, and clearly you've gotten plenty of content. The keyword relevancy grade is real bad. You're not, like, except for, like, I don't see blur screen. I don't see screen showing up. It's way down that list. Like, that's going to be one of the number one ways people find it. And if I look for screen share, it's not even there. So the value prop you have of hide sensitive information while screen sharing, you have it as 2 words. So if I just search for, yeah, that's still way down. I would still be a little concerned about how you're writing your content, right? You're talking a whole lot about blur, and that's real good. So I guess I'll give you a D. Blurring is good, it's in your name as well, but the other terms you might want to have, blur screen share, blur during video calls, a bunch of these. Your audience relevancy grade, because your keywords are bad, your audience is usually pretty bad. That you've got as many reviews as you have indicates that you are doing better than I would expect. Your audience, like the actual reviews, seem pretty good. But you're top of the funnel, so here's where you're hurting, I think. If I look at here on LinkedIn, I don't find you. Here on Facebook, I don't find you. I think I saw you're on Insta, and that's it. Oh, yeah, Insta and Twitter. All right. And so if you're on Insta, if you were running ads, I would know, because they'd show up under Facebook. You have 1 post on Insta, that's it. On Twitter, you have a handful of posts and no ads. It doesn't look like here either. So you're kind of struggling at the moment with you don't have an audience. So the ways to get the word out are not great, right? You're obviously, like, technically quite proficient to have built this. You put thought into it. The tool clearly works very well. Your clients are real happy with it. But straight search here isn't going to be doing much for you. I feel like a lot of your search and value capture is happening in the actual Chrome Web Store, which can be fine, right? If I'm searching for BlurApp, I get, actually, not you, blur screen. If you're not showing up for either of these, so that means your SEO on your actual store page as well needs some work, right? If you can't show up for blur, then, like, need to put some work in to get that a little more visible there as well. Top of funnel grade, I think that's where you're suffering the most. You don't really have content reach, so this is almost an NA. And you're not doing any experiments yet, right? A growth experiment would be testing 1 or 2 different headlines. You can test them here on the page or something like Optimizely or Google A/B test, which you're not doing, so some of this is expected. Overall site look and feel, it's real good. I like what you have to say. When I think of your marketing efforts around what you're building, right, this page is 1/3 of the work. Because if you build it and you don't promote it, you're never going to make a business happen. So overall grade, it's not super strong, right? You've got work to do to make this more visible, but you've got a good product. You've clearly got interest in the market, even with the growth channels you're currently using. If you're able to fold even a couple $100, a couple grand into driving top of the funnel demand gen, either in the Chrome store, in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever, I think you might do real well. Having, I don't know, a chief security officer who's got to interface with the sales team, right? Wouldn't they love it if their sales team could stop showing internal URLs? This kind of thing. I can see a larger business play, and of course a small business play for content creators to not have to share things like their access keys or their API keys or any of those. So I would, one, I'd move some elements around like I discussed. Two, I would look at how do I put the word out, how do I find the right channel, how do I tweak my messaging some, and then three, I would simplify this out a little bit, and then I think you'll find you'll do better. Thanks so much for the chance to look over what you're doing, Sanskar. I think BlurApp looks like a really cool app, and I think you've got a whole lot going for you if you just put a little time and effort into outreach. I think you'll do phenomenally well. Thanks so much.